Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ariba Iqbal. I'm from COMSATS University, Islamabad, Law Campus. My registration number is SP22BSE 018. Today I would like to talk about the Constitution of 1962. It was actually enforced on June 8, 1962 by Ayub Khan. Now we will discuss main salient feature of Constitution of 1962 and then we discuss main cause for the failure of this constitution. So first point is written form. It was also written passed by the parliament comprising of 250 articles. It was also written main constitution of 1956 was also written form, and the constitution which are in the written form they have the ability that they are the codified and also they have the article. In this constitution there is 250 article. Next point is preamble. Preamble mean basic objectives. The objective resolutions was included as preamble in this constitution. Next point is form of the government. Instead of federal system, presidential form of the government was introduced for the first time through this constitution, which meant extensive form of the government. Under this constitution, there the first time presidential form of the government was introduced, and all the power are having in the president. Next point is national language. Urdu and Bengali were organized as two national languages of Pakistan. At that time, Bengal was the part of Pakistan, so that's why Urdu and Bengali were organized as two national languages of Pakistan. Unicameral Parliament. Like 1956 Constitution, it has adopted single house parliament called the National Assembly. The Senate did not exist under the new constitution. The main cause for the failure of Constitution of 1956 was unicameral parliament called the one house parliament. It means that they have National Assembly, not the Senate. Basic democracy. A new system of democracies was introduced. Indirect election method was adopted in this constitution of 1962. Certain fundamental rights were given. Assembly and associative rights. Assembly rights are that no political party will hold a meeting, and associative rights are no political party can be formed. In this constitution, some of the political rights were banned. Moves towards the next point, which is name of the country. Constitution of 1962 declared the Republic of Pakistan as the country name. But in the Constitution of 1956, the name of the country was the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. But in this constitution, Ayub Khan changed the name as Republic of Pakistan. People didn't accept it. They did protest. And again in the constitution of 1973, the name of the country was the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Okay, next point is independence of judiciary. It was one-man constitution. The authority of appointment and transfer of judges vested in the president. Moreover, both Supreme Court and High Court couldn't start proceeding of case on their own. Under this constitution, there is no independence of judiciary, no freedom of judiciary. They snatch the power of review from judiciary. In that, if any case, any law, any constitution passed by the president, it means it passed. They didn't allow the judges to review it. So under this constitution, one man constitution was introduced. Next point is propagation of Islamic way of the rights. This constitution promised to propagate an Islamic way of life in Pakistan, so Muslims could proceed with their lives according to Holy Quran and Sunnah. In this constitution, they allow that people will live their lives according to the Holy Quran and Sunnah. But at certain points, they will noted that there is a lack of Islamic provision. Next point is elimination of non-Muslim practices. All those practices which were contrary to the Sharia, such as gambling, adultery, prostitution, intoxication, and interest, will be eliminated from the society. As these activities are will be eliminated from society under this constitution, but unfortunately, we will see these activities still in our society. Next point is principle of parity. The 1960 of parity, that is equal representation between East Pakistan and West Pakistan, was upheld. Parity means state of equality. So under this constitution, there is equal representation. There is equal state of equality between the East Pakistan and West Pakistan. For example, indirect election method was introduced, for nominating his president, that if people there the criteria set for the nominating his president, that if the people all on that criteria they will be vote cast, otherwise they will be no. And there's a 40,000 people from West Pakistan and 40,000 people from East Pakistan, that is a parity between these two, West Pakistan and East Pakistan, then they will be nominating his president. At last, this constitution abrogated in 25th March 1969 by Yahya Khan. Second martial law was exposed and all the power handed towards the Commander-in-Chief, General Aga Muhammad Yahya. Now we will discuss the main causes for the failure of this constitution. First cause for the failure of this constitution is unpopular constitution. This constitution is like the unpopular. This constitution was not according to the needs of the people, not according to the needs of the republic. This constitution did not reflect the true spirit of the people. It was like one man show. It was the dictatorship under the label of democracy. This statement was said by the Zulfikar Ali Bhutto when he. Next main cause for the failure of this constitution is free from the fundamental rights. In this constitution, three fundamental rights were given, but the people did not enjoy their fundamental rights. Next main cause for the failure of this constitution is unicameral system. Pakistan is a federal state, and in federal state we have always bicameral legislation. Two house of law meeting, one of them representing population and second one is representing the federating unit. When you make one house, they will face different issues. Now resolving these issues, the upper house is mostly the federation, and if we make one house parliament, it will not fulfill the needs of the public. Next point is promotion of secularism. Ayub Khan, in this constitution, Ayub Khan promoted the secularism, in which way that the name of the country was changed as the Republic of Pakistan. Next main cause for the failure of this constitution is extraordinary power of the president. In this constitution, president have an extraordinary power, that if any constitution, any law passed by the parliament, it's passed. They didn't allow the judges to review it. President was just like that. In Faisalabad, all the markets meet at a certain point, so president was just like the clock tower of the Faisalabad. Next main cause for the failure of this constitution is economic factor. In previous 5 years, the economic factor was good. Economic growth was good. In 1960 to 1961, almost all the plan was success. Some of the plans. But if we see post 1965 era, our economic growth was fall down, our economic graph was falling down, inflation is in our country, so these factors will cause the economic inequality. Next main cause is restriction over the political parties. Under this constitution, there are the many restrictions over the political parties. Many of the political parties were banned, and then the governmental party will start making their plan at their own, and then we will see that our system will be fall down. That was the main cause for the failure of this.
मुल्क का दस्तूर और निज़ाम कैसा होना चाहिए, ये हमारा घरेलू मसला है। ये मसला ऐसा नहीं कि जिसकी खातिर हम अपनी आज़ादी और अपने वतन की सालमियत को खतरे में डाल दें। जहां तक दस्तूर में तरमीम का सवाल है, मैं इसके बारे में अपनी राय का पहले भी इजहार कर चुका हूं। आइन कोई आसमानी सहीफा नहीं जिसमें कोई रद्द बदल मुमकिन न हो, और न ये कोई अटल और जामद शय है। तरक्की याफ्ता मुल्कों के दस्तूर में ऐसी लचक और गुंजाइश रखी जाती है कि बदलते हुए तकाज़ों के मुताबिक इनमें मुनासिब तब्दीलियां की जा सके। आइन साजी भी आम इंसानी जहद की तरह एक मुसलसल अमल का नाम है। अवाम की ख्वाहिशात और ज़रूरियात के मुताबिक ये अमल भी जारी रहना चाहिए। शर्त यह है कि आइन में तरमीम किसी जिद या हट दर्मी की बिना पर माज तरमीम की खातिर न की जाए, بلکہ صرف اس غرض سے کی جائے کہ عوام کو اس امر کا اطمینان ہو جائے کہ مملکت کے کاروبار میں ان کا مؤثر حصہ ہے اور ملکی معاملات ان کی رائے سے طے کیے جاتے ہیں. یہ بھی
That's all from the sides of Constitution 1962. Thank you so much.